Take a look at these two shots at the bottom of the squat. Can you notice any difference? If you take a closer look at the lower back on the shot on the right, you can see that it rounds and the pelvis pulls under the body, whereas the shot on the left, this doesn't happen. This is what's known as butt wink. Although it may be fine for some individuals, for others it can put a lot of harmful forces on their spinal discs, and in theory, after use of this, could eventually cause a disc bulge in this area. Now there are ways to avoid butt wink that I'll share with you, but let's first determine how serious of an issue this may be for you with a simple screening test created by back pain expert Dr. Stuart McGill.
The beginning of the experiment, they would put just a 45-pound Olympic bar on their back, and they would do pelvic tilts, extension, flexion, extension, flexion. And they did 10 cycles. Do you know we had to stop the experiment, Jeremy, because it caused so much back pain? Then I learned, hey, I just developed a screening test by accident for, is butt wink okay for that lifter? So if they can do 10 cycles with a bare bar back and forth, with zero pain, and they're not going really heavy and they're just squatting for the hell of it, I really don't have much of an issue with that, except I will say to them that eventually, if you want a lifetime of good health, you would be wiser to not smoke, wear your seatbelt, brush your teeth, and avoid butt wink. How's that?
So, if you tested positive for that screen or would just like to err on the side of caution, there's two things you can do to minimize butt wink. The first thing is to simply limit your range of motion. For example, if you try to go below parallel and notice significant rounding, then it might be a good idea to just limit your squats to parallel. But oftentimes, butt wink is actually caused by an ankle mobility issue. If you have stiff ankles and you try to go into a deep squat, once you reach the end of your ankle mobility, your lower back will have to start rounding as a compensation to try to get deeper. To improve this, try squatting with your heels on plates or use lifting shoes and see if that helps. If it does, great. Continue doing that while working on improving your ankle mobility with a few drills that I've outlined in a past mobility video that I'll link in the description box down below.